We go live now to mayoral candidate Ana Bailao, who's speaking with seniors and making an announcement near Lansdowne and Bloor. Let's listen in.
Very creative in terms of ideas. She knows what we need to do in terms of affordable housing, housing affordability, inclusionary zoning, the vacant home tax. She knows exactly what we need to do in order to deal with the housing crisis that Canada is currently facing right now, and particularly here in Toronto, where everything is so expensive. And we need someone who's going to become the mayor of the city, who's going to hit the ground running and know exactly what needs to get done. So for all those reasons, it's my sincere pleasure to be able to support Ana Bailao. And so thank you, Ana, and it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much, Julia. Muchas gracias a todos vosotros. Gracias por estar en aquí. Julia and I have worked together for many years for the residents of Davenport. From housing to transit to working together, we have delivered great things for our neighbors here in Davenport and for the city. So I am very, very glad to have her support today. Thank you again, Julie. Thank you, yes. Representing the residents of Davenport for 12 years and all of Toronto as deputy mayor for 5 years has been some of the most rewarding work of my life. I'm so proud to have Julie's support alongside other members of parliament like James Maloney, Gary Anandasangri, and Salma Zaid, as well as city councillors Ainsley, Carroll, Moyes, Pasternak, and Mantas, former mayors Barbara Hall and Art Eglinton, the support of labor organizations, business, and workers across the city. We need a mayor who can work with other governments and who can bring people together to deliver for our residents. My grandmother always told me, she's still the most important person in my life, and she always told me, never forget where you came from. I always remember her words, especially on days like today. This ward has played such an important role in my life and in my career. This is where I went to school. This is where I first lived for many years as a newcomer to the city. This is where I still live today. Just now, Julie and I were speaking with neighbors in this seniors residence, Las Flores. I shared my neighborhood program for healthy seniors that will bring health and wellness to over 70,000 residents and seniors across the city. I'll also bring mobile health clinics coordinated with Toronto Public Health and Toronto paramedics to seniors where they live to do health screenings and provide preventative care. And finally, we will provide referrals to follow-up care where it's needed. This program will improve their quality of life and help address the isolation we saw become clear through the pandemic. I want seniors in every corner of our city, from Scarborough to North York to Etobicoke to down here in downtown Toronto, to stay healthy at home for longer. That means providing supports, and it means understanding the affordability crisis facing everyone, including and especially those who are on fixed incomes. I am focused on fixing services like health services for seniors and on building housing to make life better and more affordable. And with that, I'm happy to answer your questions.
And we've been talking a lot about affordability, and it seems as though a loss in the conversation has been, for seniors who are living on fixed incomes. You just kind of quickly touched upon what you would do for the seniors, but I'm just curious, what are you hearing from seniors when it comes to how difficult it is for them to get by, especially on a limited income?
It's an affordability. They're struggling with the cost of everything going up. Rent's going up, their mortgages, some of them still have a little bit of mortgage left. Some of them are facing issues with food security. That's why my program will as well have a $10 million food hamper program for those that are facing food insecurity to make sure that nobody is going hungry as well. But taxes is an issue, especially for seniors. And that is why I will not increase taxes above the rate of inflation. We need to recognize the affordability crisis in this city, and we need to do better. We must do better. And as mayor, I will work with other orders of government to make sure that we're fixing these services and that we're making life more affordable.
just want to get your reaction and talk to you about what happened yesterday. Obviously, it must be very concerning and unnerving to hear about these kind of threats that, you know, shuts down a debate. What's been your reaction to this whole situation, and how are you feeling when you got the word that there was this legitimate threat out there?
I'm very grateful to our police services. I'm grateful for the plan that I have, the public safety plan, that includes making sure that our police services is well funded and well trained, because we see how effective they were in making sure that we were made aware of that threat and that actually they caught the suspect very shortly after. I made sure that my team felt safe, that we took the precautions, but I will not be intimidated by any threat in this democratic process of an election. I will not be intimidated today and will not be intimidated as your mayor.
You know, these kind of threats do kind of interrupt the democratic process, and I'm curious, does that change the dynamics for you at all moving forward when it comes to safety concerns, going out to these public events with your staff? Do you feel that you have the sense of, do I have to look over my shoulder?
We're following close advice from the police. Yesterday, I was in contact with them throughout the day on several occasions, making sure that we were, following their advice on every event that we had. But like I said, I will not be intimidated as a candidate, and I'll definitely not be intimidated as your mayor.
Just over 3 weeks ago until Election Day.
All right, just listening in there to mayoral candidate Anna Bailao speaking to seniors, answering questions today around affordability, housing, and services, also mentioning the threat that candidates got yesterday and how it's impacting her plans on the campaign trail.